You are in a job interview. It comes to a point when the interviewer says, "All right, we've already asked you our questions. It's time for you to ask yours. So what are your questions for us?" If you've ever responded, "Oh no, I don't have any questions," then you should no longer wonder why you received a rejection email from them. Because not asking questions can definitely cost you the job you are interviewing for. I'm Marat from EMMOTION, and after years of experience in corporate HR, I'd like to share with you questions which you should be asking and what you should not be asking in your job interview. Stick with me till the end, and I'll also share that specific question which helps you find out if you've impressed the interviewer or not. So there comes a point when the interviewer is explaining to you the next steps in the recruitment process and then asks you about your questions. This is where you should always have questions. Now, first of all, let me just go through those red flag questions which you should not be asking. Anything similar to, "When can I take my first vacation?" You haven't even started working there and you already wonder when you could leave for a vacation. You would hardly come across as a motivated candidate if you already imply wanting to spend there as little time as possible. "How long do I have to wait before I get a promotion?" At some point, you are surely going to be told about the opportunities of growth within the company. If not, you could always ask about it just like that. But phrasing your question as, "When will I get a promotion?" sounds like you don't even want this job. What does your company do? If you can't be bothered looking this information up, it only says negative things about you. If you haven't done your homework about an important meeting like a job interview, how could they expect you to be prepared and successful when you are already on the job? What you should be doing during your interview is working on causing a good first impression, like arriving about 10-15 minutes before the interview starts. This shows how punctual and organized you are. And make sure you read the job description again and have your common interview questions and answers rehearsed. Dress professionally. How you are dressed for an interview says a lot about your intentions for the job. Just like not doing any research, coming to the interview without being dressed professionally gives them "I don't care" vibes, which is why they wouldn't want to hire you. Be positive and demonstrate good manners. Maintain a good posture. Be polite and positive during the whole interview. Look the interviewers in the eye while responding to their questions. Now, what are the questions we should be asking? Aside from finding out what are the next steps in this recruitment process, you shall also ask at least 3 more questions. Questions which are helpful to you and which also show your forward thinking and interest. Feel free to choose from these. First would be finding out how this role was created. Ask, "Why is this position available?" It will help you understand if this is a newly created role. If not, what happened to the previous person? Was this person successful or not, and why? All this information is so helpful to you to understand what is going on behind the scenes and what are you getting yourself into. The next question should be understanding their company culture, but not the standard branding values which employers promote through their websites or social media, like loyalty, honesty, flexibility, etc. We are not looking for an answer taken from a textbook. We want to know what it takes to be successful in there. So ask, what kind of people are typically successful in your company? Understanding who are those that make a successful career within this place should make the company values much more clear. Another interesting question to ask would be, what do you enjoy the most about working in this company? This is very much your own "why do you want to work here" question, but for the interviewer, it's useful to hear what their thoughts are and what they value about their organization. The next is understanding their needs better. What would be your ideal candidate for this role? The hiring manager will let you know what the company is really looking for as a matching profile for this role. And the more you know about their expectations, the easier it is for you to understand how well you match with those. And just as I promised, the next question is the make it or break it point. If you've been comfortable in the interview, if you like the company and the project that is being offered, go ahead and find out about your chances for the next step. Is there anything about my profile that you think might not match with this position? This is such a tricky way of putting it. Some interviewers might be honest with you and let you know that this part of your experience wasn't sufficient, or this example you gave wasn't strong enough. So this could be your last chance to mention a few aspects of your experience which you haven't yet, or you could come up with a better example to clear their doubts. Another scenario would be not having much else to add, but at least now you know that the chances of getting hired are not that high, so you can focus on other roles which you might also be interested in. The third and the best scenario is that the interviewer might actually tell you that you are a great fit for this role. You have the skills and experience they are looking for, which means you'll most likely make it to the next stage of the recruitment process. Thanks for staying with me till the end. If you found this video useful, please thumb it up and share it with whoever you think it would be beneficial to. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, and see you in my next video coming up.